Hey there, this is John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and today is Saturday, the 11th of May, 2024. How you doing? So much to tell you, but first, an important thing to say. Um, for those that get it and are interested in it, or not, every week I've been doing a reading from the Catholic Bible, and I do a little video and I send it to some people. And I heard from someone yesterday um, who that's not their interest, and they were, I don't know, I sensed a little trepidation in, like, basically saying for me to not feel bad or feel insulted that they don't want to be on that list. And it's like, no, no, that's no problem. Don't worry about it at all, because I sent it by some folks, and if it's not your gig, that's 100% fine. It doesn't bother me at all, just so you know. Okay, is that all cleared up? We're good? Good. So, let's see. Significant things in this week. And there were many. So, this past weekend was Free Comic Book Day. And on Monday, my friend Bob brought me by 43 books. Wow. Um, and most of what I looked at, to be honest with you, sucked. But while Bob was here, my nephew Michael, who lives with me, disappeared for a bit, coming here into my room, and then coming back and mentioning that he was going to the emergency room, which I was taken aback. And what it was is his face had swollen, one side of his face, and so he had to go to the emergency room. And he later told me, by the way, it was interesting that in a rare case of good fortune, uh, when he went, the emergency room was pretty much empty. So he was back home inside of 3 hours, which is very good. And it turns out that what it was he had something had irritated and badly swollen painfully his saliva gland inside his mouth. So they gave him some antibiotics and ibuprofen and some rinse thing, and oddly enough told him to get, and I'm not kidding, Sour Patch Kids, and they said suck on some of those, and that will also help with the healing process of fixing up that old saliva gland. And sure enough, he's like 98% on the mend. So that's good. So that was Monday. And Tuesday, I made a big pan of good stuff. I cut up some Italian hot sausages, celery root, carrots, potatoes, apples, onions, and peas. And I put some herbes de Provence and some garlic as well. And slow roasted that in the oven for about 3 hours. And I've been eating that on and off during the week. Very good. Very wonderful stuff. You can't roast some vegetables and you're always doing well. I think that was all. I don't think I left out any vegetables. I apologize to any vegetables I have neglected in terms of roasting. Wednesday, without getting into details, I did one of the three worst interviews of my life. It's just not a good one. Um, it was someone that just had nothing to say, and was kind of nasty. It happens. So we move on from that. Um, I've been hard at work on Prague Sheet as always. On Thursday, Grace Mary came by and brought me communion. And I've also started reading this book called The One Thing is Three, which is a Catholic boy book about the Holy Trinity. Um, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm only like 50, 60 pages in, but it's already a very interesting read. And what else? Great Star Trek Discovery this week, and I know that there is more. I've talked with people. Oh, a very sad conversation with my friend Ed, who has to put his dog Pepito down on Monday. Pepito is 18 years old, which is a pretty darn good long dog life, but it's always sad. 18 years, you gotta bond very well with an animal you've had that long. Sort of like with Tinkerbell here, who is now, let me think, 14. I think she'll be 14 in July, I believe. I think that's the right. I'm correct on that. And anything else? Have I heard from anyone that surprised me? No. I mean, I have heard from people. I've had some great conversations as always, but nothing out of the ordinary. And just working away, doing my best to keep things fresh, to keep creating, to keep moving forward. I've done some art. Oh, I also Tuesday. How could I neglect that? I went and sat outside for a while. I know you're going to go, oh, big deal, John, but it is for me. It was a nice day. Sat out there for about a half hour or so. Nice weather. There were no clouds, so there were no clouds to look at, but lots of birds, and it just was lovely to be out. Now that the weather is starting to get better, I plan on doing that more and more often. So, beyond that, I've been thinking about where I am in my life, and I feel I'm in a very good place, and that despite my afflictions and things like that, I feel pretty well focused when I have to take on something, and I'm starting to find ways to let things that would normally bother me more bother me less. And looking for solutions. Like, I've been down with family and that don't want to bring me anywhere. So I just have to go. I'm just totally writing that off. No one's going to bring me anywhere. So if I want to get out, I have to, unfortunately, use the bus with the chairlift, and I hate that thing. But you know what? Once I get down off the chairlift and I'm at the place, I can enjoy the place. And I have to look at that rather than approach it almost like when you're a kid going to the principal's office. I don't want to go there. I don't want to take that bus. I don't want to take that bus. I don't like it. It's not a steady feeling thing going up and down. It feels like you're going to fall even though you don't fall. It's an unsettling thing. So, and when I've ridden it, the people drive crazily, which I don't know. Maybe that's part of the job. But I'm going to be testing those waters again in the next couple of weeks because I want to go out somewhere nice, before the year starts ticking by. And that's it. I don't want to feel like come on here and waste your time. I hope I'm not wasting your time. What would you like to talk about? Let me know. Actually, what do you want me to talk about? I'm a monkey on a string. I'll whatever you want. Let me know. In the meantime, I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.